I worked at AFTV, player ratings time. Quickly, just sorry, before we go. I spoke to the fans. They just said the minimum Arsenal have to win is the Prem and the Champs. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Okay, minimum they said.
Minimum, like it's easy. You know what I mean? Like
Three fans said
crazy.
it.
Listen, the minimum for me is at least win this Premier League.
Okay, minimum for you?
Yeah, listen. Premier League or Champions League or a League Cup double would be fantastic, but let's not be greedy.
But the thing is about it, like, to just waltz up and win the Champions League is not easy.
and
Champions League is a very difficult thing to win because, remember, you can play a team over 2 legs. It can be a draw on both legs and it goes to penalties. But we got a favourable draw, which we've earned, by the way. I keep telling people we earned that by coming top of the group and winning all. I mean, so...
Okay, that's what I wanted to just, because, it shocked me how much fans agreed with Prem and Champs. Anyway, right.
They're greedy.
All right, let's get into this. David Raya, Robbie to start.
Outstanding. Possibly man in the match, you know. I thought he was outstanding today. A couple of them saves he made.
Your brother gave him
Right
man in the match.
the end, I think I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10, man in the match. He was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant today. And you know what I liked about him? You know the first goal that got conceded? Was just before that, they had the one where suspected handball, but he still pulled off a great save. But what I liked, I know Marty used to be a goalkeeper, but he obviously learnt from that. In the second half, he came and he punched everything. He didn't wait for little flick-ons at the near post. He calmly, he caught it, he punched it, he was brilliant.
8 man of the match, commanding, dominant, fantastic. The save he makes in the second half, one-handed, I've seen those go in. And before that goal, he got stamped on and he comes out, he's wrestled and he still makes the save. I thought it was phenomenal.
9 for me, man.
Yeah, 9. Man of the match, definitely.
Hey, don't waver to him.
No, sorry. In my head, no, I meant to say 9. I didn't mean to say 9.
If you're going to win the league, you need a great goalkeeper.
100%. Let's go right back. During Timber.
I thought he was fantastic. 8, he was immense all game. I thought he had a fantastic game. He was solid. Just exactly what you need from your right back in games like that.
Absolutely brilliant. You know, me and Matisse always have the argument about who's better. I said to him this season, right, I do rate Reece James, and I thought he had a great game for Chelsea. He was their best player. But this season, Timber, for me, throughout the season, has been better. And you saw that today, another huge goal. That goal won the game. That goal won the game today. I'm going to give him a 9 as well. You know what I mean? I think I'm making Raya just about get it because we were kind of under the cosh a little bit at the end, but fantastic by Timber today.
It's between Raya and Saliba for man in the match, 100%. Let's go to Gabriel Magalhaes, Robbie.
Timber.
Sorry. Oh, Timber, sorry.
Timber. Saliba was great.
Saliba's
well.
next. Sorry, Saliba next. Sorry.
Saliba was fantastic as well. 8.
Saliba was
It's
great.
fantastic, Saliba. Yeah, he was back to his best today. 8.
Saliba got off Gabriel's head, got the goal.
Yeah, but he scored a goal, made one mistake. He was solid. Between him and Gabriel, they had João Pedro absolutely in their pocket. They were all over this guy. And they didn't really get a sniff at goal, let's be honest.
So you got 8 as well?
Yeah, 8 for both Gabriel and Saliba.
Timber 9 and you gone Saliba 8. I think it's interesting.
Just because I thought
that's
Timber,
interesting.
like in the first half, like he's attacking, like I mean, as well as the defensive stuff, but he's attacking prowess, the link-up play with Saka, and I was really impressed with him today. And he got the winner. I know Saliba's got the first, but that winner was important, man. Like it's 1-1. That's a big goal.
Yeah. Gabriel Magalhaes.
8. I thought he was fantastic, all over João Pedro. Didn't give him a sniff. João Pedro's like Bambi on ice for most of the game, just on the deck. He was solid. He's a leader. He's fantastic.
I actually thought that João Pedro was a handful, but I thought they dealt with him. I think it's at 8 because I thought they dealt with him very well.
Okay, Piero Incapié, obviously, unfortunately, got the own goal.
If he hadn't got the own goal,
he would have got an 8.
I'm still going to give him an 8. I thought he was brilliant. You know what I mean? It's a bit unfortunate with the own goal. If he hadn't got the own goal, he would have been higher. I thought all the defenders today were fantastic. But yeah, I'm going to give him an 8.
Yeah, look, potentially a 7 because of the own goal. But that's a player that you need in battles like this. With him and Caicedo, we're all over each other, and he didn't have a bar of it. Like this,
you know, he's handling people like Neto and that with the pace, and I thought he was excellent.
He was fantastic.
So you got 8. Okay.
Shame he scored for Chelsea.
We scored all the goals today.
We scored all the goals. We even had to score their goal for him.
Let's go into the midfield. I wasn't surprised he stayed on for so long, but because it's Arteta, but Martin Zubimendi.
6. I thought he just had a bit of a poor game. He gave the ball away a few times and was just not at the races where he should have been. listen, he won some battles and moves, and sometimes I just want to see you move the ball forward instead of moving it backwards. There's a couple of opportunities where he could have just released the ball a bit quicker instead of building up play and moving it backwards. But yeah, 6.
Yeah, I agree with the 6. I thought there was that time when he passed the ball back to Raya.
And Raya's pointing, saying, "Go wide."
Yeah, Raya's hit the ball to him to pass it out wide.
Yeah.
It's that, and he passed it straight out the fire, and they could have scored for that. I tell you that was poor, man. 5. Pretty had an average game.
Okay, Declan Rice, Robbie.
Rice, he was all over the place. He's working his socks off. Some good deliveries on the corners as well. 7.
Fear of injury, they're saying, for Rice.
Yeah, I agree with a 7. He had a good game. He was good, but he came off at the end.
When I knew he was tired, right? When he won that ball, and then he shanked it back to the keeper. I was like, oh,
yeah,
right.
For the corner.
I could tell something weren't quite right when he did that, but he was good.
Yeah.
Okay, Eberici Eze.
6. I didn't think he gave the best account of himself. There was that shot at the end. Look, he got it on target and he worked Sanchez, and that could have just been his golden moment throughout the game and completely sealed the job. There were some nice turns and passages of play, but I just don't think he took the opportunity to nail this spot on this occasion. He was nowhere near the Eberici over last week.
He was all right, You've got to remember, you're playing against a midfield. Like, you've got 2 holding midfield, literally 3 holding midfielders in there. You've got Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo and Santos, and they're all very good players. And they just tried to snuff out Arsenal's midfield. I thought he did all right. He wasn't spectacular. He had that, like you said, I thought he was going to score that. I thought he should have lifted it into the corner rather than tried to side foot in. Yeah. But I was going to give him a 7, but yeah, I'll give him a 6. I think a 6 probably fair. It's a little bit better than average.
Let's go to Starboy Saka.
I'll probably give him 6 as well. Like, Like, he had a few good moments in the first half.
Hato gave him a tough time today, at times.
I think the first 2 times, Hato won the ball off him.
Yeah.
Then after that, he was doing well against Hato. He was coming inside, he was coming outside. I'm sure he was, actually, he's a 7, I think. But when it is delivery for the
corner, his delivery, which was right on the money.
Yeah, and it was a brilliant delivery. Yeah, 7.
7.
I agree.
Okay, we've got 3 minutes. Let's go to the opposite wing, Trossard.
Quiet today, and I thought he was. I was like next to Julian. I was going, Julian, I need to take this guy off. He's making poor decisions in wrong areas, making passes when he getting caught on the ball. I think this guy's playing like he's got more time than he's got. He was very average today, man.
Playing a free role today. He was everywhere though.
I'm gonna give him a 5, and he's lucky to get that. If I'm being honest, I didn't think he had a good game at all. Big difference when he came off.
I agree, 5.
5. Okay, let's go to our striker, Victor Gyökeres.
5. I don't think he had his best game that he should have. There were a few times when he was in front of his defender, and you just want him to get the shot off, or there were a couple of runs which just want him to be a bit more decisive and cut in.
5's a bit harsh. I think I'll give him a 6. His hold-up play was pretty good. He held the ball up. He was at outlet. You could get the ball up to him. A couple of times he got through. I think there was that one time when he got through, he made it too obvious that he was going to cut in, and the defender read it. You know what I mean? Like, if he'd have been a bit cuter, but his hold-up play was okay. I'm going to give him a 6.
Okay, we're going to run through subs. Norgard.
Came on, did all right. You know what I mean? Solidified it a little bit, you know what I mean, in a very nervy time. So 7.
I agree.
Okay, Martinelli.
Did well when he came on, you know what I mean? Like, so did well with Neto, with getting him sent off, and that made some good rut. But there was that one time when he passed the ball back, when he could have put it forward, put us under a lot of pressure. But I thought he did very well. 7.
I agree.
7 as well, yeah, agree.
Yeah, listen, getting Neto sent off, he came on. He was tired. And Mikel Arteta see that, threw him on. Wallop, you're off the pitch, mate.
He was completely different on that left-hand side when he come on.
Yeah, he was lively. He was lively.
Havertz?
He was a bit of a hand, didn't do too much. 6.
6.
A standard 5, I'd say, yeah.
Okay, we're going to have to run quickly.
Awful. Yeah. Awful, that ref. How many times did he give us a foul but not play the advantage?
Yeah.
He did that about 3 times. I'm like, play the advantage, man. What's wrong with you? All right, you're giving it a foul. What you got to bring it back for? Yeah, 3.
3 as well. Yeah, agree. Manager.
Listen, got the job done. I'd give Mikel Arteta an 8 today just because he got the job done. There's nothing better than beating Chelsea, getting it right. Job done. Come on, you Gunners. We're going to win the league.
And the fans get a 10. That Tifo was brilliant. We won the game.
You get
Big up.
9.
2-1 to Arsenal. Enjoy your week. Love.
Travelling to away games has never been easier, especially with Rocket Mobile.
Unlimited data, unlimited everything in the UK. When you leave the UK, it's 20 gig of roaming data. Life is very easy.
£16 a month, no hassle.
How you doing,
You're doing all right. And this is what you get in Europe.
Hello. Tony Adams.
Come on, like,
Thank you so much. Lee, you're the man.